You found it. Your home for the best content on your favorite team, the Fighting Tigers of LSU. Do us a favor, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments below, and be sure to smash that like button. Hey, if you missed the start of today's show, I gave you an LSU spring football practice report. Brian Kelly allowed the media the full 2 hours, so I was out there this morning, saw the whole practice. Got the you can hear my practice report from this morning on demand. If you go to 1045ESPN.com, podcast app, YouTube, just the start of the show today, you go to AFR LSU, it's all there. But I highly recommend as well, if you get over to LouisianaSports.net, we had the my full write-up is there, and there's just more detail in the write-up. I went play-by-play through all the scrimmage. I charted the entire scrimmage portion, so I gave you the play-by-play breakdown of what happened there. So if you're interested in that, it's all there at LouisianaSports.net. And one of the things that certainly stood out to me is Mansour, Delane, and DJ Pickett. It's just it's one thing when you hear about the scouting services and the 5-star plus and all that stuff, and that followed Pickett, right? I mean, he's a 6'4" cornerback, and everybody wanted him, and he was a priority for LSU in this class. And then you go out and you see it. It's just different. I told you, on Saturday when they were doing the one-on-one DB and cornerback drills, or the DB and pass catcher drills, Pickett won all 3 of his reps on Saturday. He was out there again today wreaking havoc. But it was interesting because Mansour Delane met with reporters. Do you have this cut of Delane? I don't see it on there. Mansour Delane, after practice, met with reporters, and he was asked point blank about DJ Pickett being a 5-star. This is what he said.
Yeah, I don't want to put too much out there, but he can. He's definitely whatever that 5-star plus stuff is. That's true. So, you know what I'm saying? So he's definitely a freak of nature when it comes to size and athletic ability, and everything else is gonna come down the road. But
lives up to it.
It lives up as advertised. Yeah. For sure.
I mean, he's not wrong. It doesn't take long to go out there and see 3 making plays. They did the one-on-one drills again, and Mansour Delane had a great pass breakup against Chris Hilton where he actually dropped an interception on a ball that was a bit underthrown. DJ Pickett had a pass breakup on Barry and Brown on a deep ball. The first time I've seen DJ Pickett lose a rep, they were in a goal line. They were doing the one-on-one drill in a goal line setting. And they ran a quick slant to Chris Hilton, and he got inside of DJ Pickett and scored. That's the first time I've seen Pickett lose a rep in this drill, in the 2 practices that I've been out to see. So you've got guys in Pickett and in Mansour Delane that are undeniably, I'll put it to you this way. I will be very surprised if by the end of this season, those 2 guys aren't starting. For a guy like Pickett being younger, maybe it takes a little more time. I wondered about Mansour Delane, as to whether or not he was a guy that was going to play cornerback or safety. And if you go look at his reps, his snap count from this past season, it was predominantly at boundary corner. He did play some in the slot. But when LSU was in the portal, what they really needed in the portal cycle was safety help. I mean, it was their weak link a year ago, was the safety spot. And this was before they had gone and gotten to Marcus Cooley. But it's very easy to go look at Mansour Delane and realize, oh, no, he's a corner. And they need a guy like Marcus Cooley to emerge at safety and to be an impact guy. If you're watching, this is Mansour Delane right here on the screen. And after him is Jakeem Jackson will go next. I have some raw video from practice on my Twitter if you want to check it out. It's at Matt Moscona on Twitter on X. But I think Ashton Stamps has been a really good player for you. I could see a world where Stamps becomes a nickel, where your boundary guys are Mansour, Delane, and DJ Pickett. And that's not to de-emphasize Jakeem Jackson, who's had some really nice moments as well. But eventually the cream rises, and sometimes you can just notice talent where it is. This is Pickett about to go for those who are watching. They've my single biggest takeaway defensively is just the fact that they have dramatically and immediately improved the talent. Like where Ashton Stamps, was starter for you all year last year, he's going to be fighting for a job on this team. Where you were really poor at safety a season ago. You bring in TaMarcus Cooley, who's a plug-and-play starter. You're still going to get Jordan Gilbert back off of injury. You're seeing Javen Toviano. Deshaun Spears ran with the ones a lot on with the first team on Tuesday. So you're seeing a lot of that build. The same is true in the defensive front. On Saturday, we saw Jack Pyburn and Gabe Relaford run with the ones at end. On Tuesday, it was Patrick Payton and Jamari Butler, the Florida State and Nebraska transfers, respectively, running with the ones. Pyburn, met with reporters after. And if you remember, Jack Pyburn joined us here on AFR right after he committed to LSU in the transfer portal. And I remember the way he phrased it. He said, I want to go from being an effective pass rusher to an elite pass rusher. It's the way he said it. Like, he came here with a very clear intention, and he didn't feel like he was going to get that opportunity at Florida. But what you have here is a guy that's been a starter for 3 years in college. You have a physically developed, grown man who's jumping into your defense and is going to be an easy, immediate impact guy. And Pyburn kind of talked about as well, like, why he's here, why he made the decision to leave Florida to go to LSU.
My whole journey, my whole life, I felt like I've been trying to prove a lot of people wrong. People told me I couldn't do certain things. I couldn't be this, I couldn't be that. I couldn't make it, to play this level of football. And, overall, at this point in my life, I decided to take a chance on myself and just stop, listening to those kind of thoughts and just believe in myself, prove myself right. And that's what I'm out to do, is prove myself right. I'm not here to prove anyone wrong. I'm here to prove myself right of my abilities and what I can do. And, I'm just ready to show the country, who I really am.
Pyburn is, and really all of those ends, that room is just dramatically improved with Relaford and Pyburn and Butler and Patrick Payton. And then you've got some of the young guys still to be really excited about, like Kalaj Cobbins. And, the other thing that Pyburn, there's the physical component of this, which he makes you better on the field. But the other thing that's interesting is you're 6 practices in, and this is a guy that's just showed up on campus. And Pyburn is already, you can tell, turned into a vocal leader, if not on the entire defense, certainly in the defensive front. And he kind of was asked about that today when he met with reporters about being that vocal guy on the field.
I just like being myself. I don't have to fake anything. I just like being who I am. And being who I am is I kind of talk a lot of crap and run around and have high energy. And, it's fun. I love football. Where else would I rather be? Especially now I get paid to play the game I love in college and get a great education at a great school and around amazing people and have all the best facilities. Why wouldn't you come to work and be happy? It's special.
The thing that I know some people are going to hear that and kind of recoil. I get paid to play the game I love. You say, oh, it's college. You shouldn't be that way. Well, it is. You need to check that at the door. But listen to what he said at the end where, why wouldn't you come to work and be happy? When you hear him say it that way, it's almost like you signed a free agent. They're going through their first camp in the NFL with their new team after they got paid. And you always wonder, like Mike D told us this forever with NFL guys around the draft. You always wonder, how will money change that young dude? You give them money. Will their work ethic change? Will their buy-in change? Will they make good decisions? All that sort of stuff. Well, here you have a very emphatic answer from a young guy who, yes, is making a very nice chunk of change to spend a year in Baton Rouge, but has such greater aspirations and ambitions and is fired up for the opportunity given him. And that's awesome. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact. And be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.